How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about CCIV that's going to be merging with Lucid Motors. I hope you guys got your vote out for today. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be favorable. I haven't had the chance to go check it out. Just been trading, doing videos, making sure I get things ready for you guys. But so I don't waste any more time, let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is the technical analysis, taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support and we also want to know resistance. This is very key because it will have an impact as far as how the stock performs. And then next, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. So we're going to be taking a look at Fintel. We want to see the short volume ratio. This is going to contribute to the volatility. And we also want to know how many shares are available to short for CCIV. We want to see it. Short squeeze potential. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. Are institutions loading up? Well, we're about to find out. And then when all of that is done, we're going to be jumping into the final thought. So let's get to it. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for CCIV. So when we see how it performed on the day, it closed at $22.90, being down 2.26%. On the low, it tested $22.30, and then on the high, testing $24.18. Taking a look at the volume stats on the day, we ended up trading at 10.813 million shares. And as far as for the average volume over 10 trading days, around 10.639 million shares. So we did have a little bit over above average volume, but at the same time, we saw how the market conditions were today. We ended up seeing a lot of volatility. It was very up and down. Even though it finished green, we also saw a lot of EV stocks were impacted by this as well. So CCIV definitely not being immune to this. So we are using the 6-month 2-hour chart. We take a look at our RSI down below. It's right around 45.01. So yes, it is in the oversold territory, but it is fairly in the middle. So when we were talking about yesterday, we wanted to see, hey, can CCIV hold up this $23 level? It was unable to do that today, closing at $22.19. As far as you know, we have the business combination that's going to be coming up. I could see this stock pulling back. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, but do keep in mind, yes, we are going into a Friday, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do end up getting some buying pressure. And the reason being is excitement, right? So if it ended up getting to around $24, I would not be shocked. But of course, we already talked about this as well, that this $24 area is a resistance area. This is a psychological area. When it reaches this particular point, like we saw today, it gets hit with selling pressure. So taking everything into consideration, I'd want to be very curious to see if CCIV could actually hold up the $22 range by the end of Friday. And as far as going into next week, of course, there's going to be even more volatility. Like I was saying, I want to literally make sure I'm adding to my position when CCIV is either at $20 or below. That's how I'm looking at it. As far as will it be able to make that move? Many people are saying it'll make a move to $30 and so forth. I feel that is very unrealistic, and I'm going to be completely honest here. But with that said, I feel like a good day for CCIV would be closing on Friday above $23 a share. So we're going to have to see what happens. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for CCIV. So we can see here from the short volume ratio is at 22.35%. As we scroll down on the page, the short shares availability is only at 300. So this is definitely something to keep an eye on here, updated 7 minutes ago. As far as for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 17.54%. So that is fairly significant as well. Taking a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see on the 20th close, we were at 22.95. And as far as for the 21st, we're at 22.35. So still holding down that 22 range, and it does still tell us that CCIV does have short squeeze potential here. But do keep in mind, this is going to be dependent on volume. We need to make sure there's a lot of buying pressure coming into the stock. If we end up getting this, then of course we can look forward to seeing a strong move to the upside. But like I was saying previously, if we don't get this, it's either we're going to continue to stay trading in the tight range that we're currently trading in now, or you'll see the stock actually starting to come down, especially with the business combination and so forth. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for CCIV. So we can see here on the inflow we have 50, and on the outflow we have 56. We have 0 on the large for both. We have 33 on the medium and also 17 on the small. On the outflow side, we have 38, and on the small, we have 18. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, 0 down the board for the past 4 days, which is the 22nd, the 21st, the 20th, and as well as the 19th, and of course the outflow data we covered on the 16th. So taking everything into consideration here, we are seeing institutions have not been going in with any large orders whatsoever for CCIV. So most of the activity that we're seeing it from the retail side. And if institutions are getting involved, maybe they might be taking some medium or some small orders. But again, this is something that we want to take notice of, because this is going to have an impact on the overall volume that runs through the stock. So if we end up getting more volume coming through, especially since we have the business combination, then we can look forward to seeing some moves to the upside. But if we continue to have the light volume that we had today, it was right around average, then as far as the price is concerned, it's going to continue to trade in the tight range that it's in. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for CCIV, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how the stock performs going into tomorrow. We already know Friday's well known for being a sell-off day. So if it does decide to pull back, So for my final thoughts for CCIV, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how it performs tomorrow. But one thing we do need to understand, Friday is well known for being a sell-off day, so we could end up seeing a pullback. I talked about in the technical analysis where I'd be looking to actually add to my position, because I do believe in the long-term prospects of the company. One thing we are noticing, the FUD is coming in big time. So many articles are coming out saying, oh, you shouldn't be investing in CCIV. Oh, they haven't produced any cars as of yet. I understand all of these concerns. I know what they are trying to do. But one thing that I want you guys to make sure that you're doing is to do your homework. Do your due diligence. Why are you investing in CCIV? I feel this is essential, because then you're more likely to be confident in your investment. If you're not confident, then you're more likely to actually panic sell or sell for a loss. And I know many people have been asking me, so CCIV, it's going to be going to 30, 40. I need it, right? And I'm just like, if you're in this play, this is a long-term move, because at the end of the day, we can't ignore the facts that are in front of us. Yes, some of the media articles are right. They haven't produced any cars as of yet, and we also got to think about outside competition, especially from the legacy makers, especially in the luxury segment as well. So taking everything all together, we need to be able to make informed decisions, especially as future investors in CCIV. Also current investors as well. This is why I emphasize, have a strategy. If you're in these particular growth stock type of plays, you want to make sure you have a dollar cost averaging approach. If it does pull back and you believe in it, then you're going to be adding to your position to bring your costs down. And I know many of you have been doing that already. We also did notice inside of the market, a lot of EV stocks ended up being killed today. A lot of them were red. But again, this is just a sector rotation. We can see overall, and I was taking a look at the SPY, is still showing continued strength. Earnings are coming out and the numbers are looking good. We also have to pay attention to the fact there's a lot of money that is going in to bigger cap stocks as well. A lot of money is coming out in regards to the penny stocks, the medium stocks, and as well as the small cap growth stocks. Pay attention to all of these variables when you're investing or you're trading inside of the stock market. This will give you a good idea of overall direction, and I feel that CCIV was impacted by this. As far as what I'm going to be looking forward to in regards to tomorrow is consistency. Continue to trade in this tight range, and as far as next week is concerned, that's we could possibly look forward to seeing those pullbacks and also seeing what's going to be happening with the stock. Is there going to be a ton of selling that is going on? Hey, will it even start tomorrow? All of those things are going to be answered, I feel, going into next week. And then we want to see where the price actually stabilizes, and then we can reassess the game plan from there. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.